Chase Elliott's a key player for Hendrick Motorsports, and let's be real, he's facing a pretty tough situation at the moment. His ticket to the playoffs? Well, it's a win. That's what he needs to snag if he's going to make it happen this year. But here's the kicker. His performance this season hasn't quite hit the mark he had in mind. Stay tuned for more on this, and hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop with all things NASCAR. The action was heating up at Watkins Glen International, one of the last stops on the Cup Series calendar. But unfortunately for Elliot, things didn't go as planned at a track where he was once expected to shine. His weekend started off on a somewhat rocky note when he qualified in the 6th position on Saturday. Driving the number 9 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, Elliot had high hopes for Sunday's Go Bowling at the Glen race. However, as the race unfolded, he faced a frustrating setback. He ran out of fuel midway through the race. Just last week, he was this close to punching his playoff ticket at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but it got away. Then Saturday's qualifying session came around and he landed in the 15th spot for the main race. But rewind a bit to the start of the season. He had a solid start, nabbing the 6th place position in Group A, but unfortunately the 2020 Cup Series champ still didn't manage to break into the top 10, and as a result, he missed out on the chance to advance to the final rounds of drivers competing for the pole position at Watkins Glen International. We remember how he went on to delve into his Saturday performance and explained how it might cast its shadow on both him and his team on Sunday. Everyone could literally feel the mounting pressure to secure that playoff spot. It was no joke. But the real question is, what was his game plan? It was always uncertain whether Chase could make progress from his starting position when race day came around, but the former season champion had a plan to enhance his performance. During an interview with Bob Pockras, he shared that they're approaching the whole thing by trying to logically analyze and piece together the puzzle. That's their approach. But he did admit that using too much data can actually complicate things. Guess we all saw how that played out. But honestly, they've got to do something about their crew chief, because that guy is under a lot of fire for making the absolute wrong calls. In fact, he's being accused of making Elliot's journey to secure a playoff spot harder than it needs to be. The fact that he ran out of fuel midway through the race at the Glen race sparked a lot of frustration among fans, and they're pointing fingers at Alan Gustafsson. Many were quick to voice their discontent, suggesting that Gustafsson's decision might be costing Elliot valuable opportunities. Now that guy has it tough enough already, and this unexpected fuel hiccup only added fuel to the fire. Well, we wish Alan made sure to put enough fuel in the car instead, but whatever works for him. Here's some glimpse of some of the fan reactions. Your crew chief has costed you everything. Week after week, he makes bad calls. If he had it as team leader, he's lost it. This is fireable for Gustafsson. But here's the deal now. Chase knows he's all out of options and he's ready to roll aggressively. It's do or die time for Elliot. And let us tell you, he's not one to back down from a challenge. He's got his foot on the gas and he's aiming for that number 1 spot in the next race. While there's no denying that he's a master of road course racing, we all know he's had a rough patch, missing out on 6 races due to a not-so-lucky encounter with Denny Hamlin back in March. And let's be honest, he's faced some challenges, turning strong performances into wins. It's got people wondering, is he and his crew up to the task? Well, let's just say there's been a lot of heartbreak in the NASCAR world recently, and we don't think Chase is about to win the lottery anytime soon. But on the other hand, his arch nemesis, Chris Buescher, also delivered somewhat of a disappointing race. But good for Chase, that's one less thing tormenting him. After Buescher's back-to-back wins, fans were curious if the newest victor could maintain his dominance on yet another road course. However, hopes were dashed early as McDowell's chances of a consecutive win faded. The recent threat to Chase Elliott's dominance faced a setback due to a NASCAR penalty. McDowell's surprise win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway was a curveball for NASCAR enthusiasts. The underdog FRM driver outperformed Elliott, renowned for his road course prowess, and shattered his playoff dreams. McDowell, with just 2 Cup Series victories under his belt, entered the Watkins Glen International race after a strong qualifying on Saturday. Initially showing promise after clinching a playoff spot, McDowell's opening race performance was impressive. He held his own against pole sitter Denny Hamlin and secured extra points with a Stage 1 victory. Unfortunately, a series of misfortunes began with a faulty pit stop. McDowell entered his pit box area by crossing 3 pit box stalls, resulting in a drive-through penalty. This error forced him from leading the race to a 15th place position, extinguishing hopes of a back-to-back win. NASCAR reporter Jeff Gluck took to Twitter to highlight the incident, stating, "Wow, penalty for Michael McDowell. He drove through too many pit boxes during his entry. So much for going back-to-back." Disappointed NASCAR fans directed their frustration at McDowell as victory slipped away. They shared their sentiments on Twitter. McDammit. McPenalty. Crap, that stinks. With the race at Watkins Glen International wrapping up, numerous unanswered questions remain. Expectations for a new victor have grown, leaving us wonder if Daytona will be the turning point for Chase Elliott and the number 9 Chevrolet team. Will NASCAR's Golden Boy face a reality check in his career? And can Michael McDowell pull off another Daytona win? Only time holds the answers. But if there's one thing we do know right now, it's that William Byron is one happy man. Yep, while Chase Elliott's quest for a playoff spot took a hard hit during the race at Watkins Glen, Byron shined. With Stage 2 domination and an impressive race finish, he emerged as a real game changer. The youngest driver in Rick Hendrick's Cup Series lineup turned the tables and dashed Elliott's hopes in the process all in one. Heading on to the 2.45-mile road course at Watkins, Chase was determined to secure a pivotal win, especially after missing out at Indy. However, the race unfolded differently. Of course, the number 9 Chevy ran out of fuel, costing Elliott precious track position and valuable time to recover. But here's the thing though, amid all that disappointment, it was William Byron who caught everyone's attention. The 25-year-old HMS Speedster took the spotlight by leading 63 laps of the 90-lap race. He clinched Stage 2 with a remarkable performance, outpacing even the seasoned veteran Denny Hamlin from JGR. Byron's win marked his 5th victory of the season and his first ever road course win. Byron has already showcased his prowess, taking on Michael McDowell and capitalizing on his pit lane violation in a spectacular showcase of skill. McDowell's early lead dwindled as he dropped the 15th place post penalty. Byron's exceptional performance shone through as he outperformed the field to clinch a well-deserved victory. And this victory had a double impact. Not only did it give Byron his moment of triumph, but it also deepened Chase Elliott's playoff predicament. With another road course crossed off the list, Elliott now faces an uphill battle as the series shifts to a speedway race at Daytona. Leading over 60 laps out of the 90-lap race, NASCAR's Golden Boy found himself outshone by his teammate, Rick Hendrick's prized asset. Elliott fans didn't hold back their emotions, venting their disappointment online. NASCAR journalist Jeff Gluck noted Byron's achievement, which further fueled the sentiments of the supporters. Despite the thrill Byron brought to the race, some people weren't too happy. In fact, they expressed their frustration, citing the new car design as a cause for concern. One fan even labeled the race a snooze fest, while others critiqued the current state of NASCAR next-gen cars and their impact on the competition. As the race concluded, a pivotal question remains: can Chase Elliott conquer Daytona and secure a playoff spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch the next one that'll pop up on your screen and subscribe to our channel for all things NASCAR. See you in the next one.